The City of Oakland, UCB, and the East Bay Parks District applied to FEMA for an emergency grant which would supply funds to cut down non-native trees in the East Bay Hills from Richmond to Castro Valley for fire abatement. In 2010, FEMA held meetings in our area that few knew about. As a result, they received only 114 comments for their records. Based partially upon these 114 comments, FEMA developed a 3,000-page study and action plan to remove hundreds of acres of non-native trees and shrubs in the East Bay Hills and 11 of our parks. There is no provision for replanting, and I'm very concerned about what our unique forested parks will look like when the sawdust settles. Last night, just hours before it was scheduled to begin, I found out about the second of 3 FEMA meetings, which was fortunately just up the street from my house. Whoever is in charge of notifying the public about this plan and the meetings has consistently done a lousy job of it. A lot can hide in a 3,000-page document, and we need you at a meeting to ask hard questions. If you don't, the next thing you will hear is, and then it will be too late. Here's what I had to say last night. I have a few concerns about this whole thing. Number one, well, the first concern I have is I didn't know about this meeting until today. Okay? I look around this room, and there's probably almost as many people here from the government as there are citizens. Okay? And I don't know why that is. If all this money is being spent on all these studies and everything to get it out, why can't the word be gotten out to the people who this affects, who live in this area? Okay, and you say, well, it's emailed or whatever. We got like 700 emails that went out to people who went to other meetings, or it's on a website. How are we going to find that? I say get flyers and put it in all the mailboxes in the area that it affects. The newspapers, who reads newspapers? Everybody has a mailbox. Okay, that's one way to get more people here, to get more input, not just from special interest groups or whatever. Okay, that's one thing. So I'm ticked off about that. And that's one reason I'm here. Okay, so I don't know. I've born and raised in Oakland, and I know that we had a freeze in 72, 73, which killed eucalyptus trees, and it is a fire danger. Okay, so I don't know which way to go on this. Is it clear-cutting everything that has been not native to this area? That's what I get. You're shaking your head. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Eucalyptus trees or whatever. So we're going to end up with a bunch of oak trees. Okay, and so I'm not too thrilled about that. I don't know what it's going to look like. Do you guys have any models of what it's going to look like? You do. Okay, so you have models somewhere where we can find that, given we know that it's here to begin with. Again, the citizenry is not notified about what's going on. You're sitting there laughing. Yeah, okay, whatever. But I'm saying I didn't know, and I bet most people don't know about this either. If we've got 1,000 people notified and maybe 250 people show up at all these meetings, and then it moves on to the next stage and the next thing that's going to happen, people are going to be notified by buzzsaws in the hills. And I don't think that's right. So I'm ticked off. And another thing is there some provisions for when this does actually happen, that the people who are actually going to do the work, if work is done, are American citizens, out-of-work American citizens, and legal residents in this country. That's another concern, because you need to put Americans to work first with any project that you're going to do, not pull people off the Home Depot crowd and bring them here and say that's cool. So I'm ticked off about this. I'm recording it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to do what I can, because obviously with a big federal government, you guys can't tell the citizens what's going on. And I'm ticked off. Thank you.